I don't think that the ongoing border conflict between India and China will cast a shadow on the G20 summit because it is a multilateral organization in which broadly the bilateral issues are not discussed. But there are many multilateral issues, global issues, on which India and its presidency is trying to address, and where this is consensus based. And we understand that more than 95% of the issues have been discussed and agreed to by all the 20 members, and therefore it should not be the problem. But at the same time, one should acknowledge that China is a hegemonistic country. It has started this cartographic aggression. It is indulging in gray zone warfare as well as actual problem on the borders. And not only with us, but a very large number of countries. So that is why one has to be careful. So bilaterally, we'll continue to have the issues. Prime Minister Modi also had an informal discussion with President Xi Jinping recently on the sidelines of the BRICS summit. Earlier, he had also met in Bali. So while the discussions on sorting out the border issues continues, the Chinese seriousness is still missing because, as you know, that recently they issued this another map, which they are saying must be objectively looked after and not overinterpreted. I mean, what do you mean by that? This is a joke. So India should perhaps also look at different alternatives as to how we can project the maps ourselves, creating clearly flagging what is, in my view, the contested areas within China, which it claims to be its own, but historically have not been, Tibet and other Taiwan and others. So we should see that. We will have to look at issues, but at the same time, as far as if China does, let's say, create problems here, the G20, it'll be loser by itself because its credibility currently is at the lowest. It is the second most important power today, and it must like to behave more responsibly. That's what I would say as far as China is concerned.